Welcome to the Baldwin Kids Podcast, a space dedicated to discussing sociopolitics, mental health issues, and nerd culture. I am the medieval K.
And I'm the gold-plated Vesta.
Bitch! I will hide everything around this damn desk.
I never forget an adjective. Oh my god. I keep forgetting to do one. I hate it.
Oh my god. Anyway, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and people who know better. We are actually we have a guest today.
Yes.
We are graced today by the presence of the writer, creator, and director of the Eventide Effect, Breshaun Spikes-Reddick.
Hey, glad to be here.
Yes, bitch.
Can we just
not to be confused, but oh wait, what?
Can we just add some an applause sound effect?
You know what? Of all things
I've
put in this soundboard, there's an open space for an applause right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm upset. Whatever.
Anyway. So
Thank you.
So Breshaun is one of the people we actually met at WakandaCon, and in his own way was a bit of an inspiration for us to do this podcast.
Oh. Thank you.
So it's especially because WakandaCon Part 2 is coming up very soon. This is definitely a thing. But yeah, what's up, bitch? It's been almost a year since we've seen each other last.
I know so much has been going on, just a lot since the last time we've seen each other. I've started this the web series that I'm working on, which is the Eventide Effect.
Not to be confused with the Eventide project, like everyone else has been calling it.
Yeah. So I mean, for those of you who don't know about it, so basically, it is a dark psychological web series. And it follows a group of small town college students that, after their professor commits suicide during a lecture, they start to experience these supernatural happenings and abilities and stuff. And it within science fiction, it talks about mental health and sexuality and just the craziness of being in college. And it's sort of like a more mature, more black Stranger Things, essentially.
Stranger Things with that do-grow.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm excited about it.
What?
Wait. Wow. I meant to say a do-rag. I said do-grow.
I don't know which is blacker.
Right?
Do-grow, do-rag, do the
Jerry
rock away.
curls. Stranger Things with Jerry curls.
I'm going.
Stranger Things with melanation and holleration in this dancery.
Yes, dancery. That's it's funny, but no, I'm excited. We're getting into post production pretty soon, so I'm excited for everyone to see it. And I on top of writing the entire series, I'm also scoring it too. And Vesta, you're throwing in some amazing music in there too. So, yeah, it's gonna be dope.
Sorry, Cardi B noise.
Ow.
Ow. Okay.
And you all may or may not hear a familiar voice at some point during it too. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I'm definitely excited to get you in there too.
Oh, bitch.
Okay.
It's gonna be melanated and hollerated in that dancery.
You just are you
Oh.
are you done?
Okay.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm good.
Mary J is the shit though.
Mary J is that bitch.
As we listen,
Even though
All
she
her
can't
dance
dance.
moves and everything.
you mean dances like somebody zany, like always.
Dancing like she's dodging with a lightsaber. Have you seen that? Someone edited her dancing and added a lightsaber like Star Wars blasters and explosions in the background. It looks like she's dodging.
That's great. I love it.
Oh my god.
Okay.
All right.
So what are we talking about?
So we're talking about something that we're not talking about because we're going to jump right into. We don't really have much. I don't know. People are actually kind of being quiet a little bit. There's something that's going on in the our Democrypts and Republican section that would normally be there, but I think we'll talk about him later.
Democrypts and what?
So anyway,
Democrypts and what?
So anyway.
No. What's that? Spell that. Spell it. REBLOODICANS. You know what's not between the D and the I and L? Bloodlikins. Anyway, I'm sorry. That always gets on my nerves. Go on.
Anyway, so we are retiring the Anita Chronicles. She's dead. She's over. She's canceled. Because especially on this last little bit of nonsense that he had the nerve to say, telling some whole entire, natural born Americans to go back to their like diseased or ravaged or destroyed countries or whatever, which I mean is a little polysyllabic for him, but still, like, you even threw that at AOC, who was born in the same borough as his dad.
Yeah, literally.
They're both from the Bronx, for those who don't know.
Somehow I'm still just like flabbergasted at some of the things that comes out of his mouth. Like I don't know why I'm surprised, because like just fuckboy shit always comes out of his mouth. But, like, he just seems to top himself each time.
It's just
you big fat white nasty smelling fat bitch.
just
Honestly.
That's all I can say to you, sir.
So we're just gonna bye-bye.
Bye now. Bye-bye.
Now, granted, if something especially heinous happens, we're obviously going to talk about it.
Unfortunately.
So this isn't exactly
Actually, before we leave her alone, you remember that picture that we saw of him earlier talking to the microphone, where he was like doing TD Jake's impression? He looked like he was singing like the gravelist.
Who's the orange dude?
Thank you.
the graveliest of New York.
I've never seen that picture.
He's like Prince yelling. Anyway, that's it. Bye, girl.
Yeah. So like I said, if something especially heinous happens, we'll talk, but we're not here for it. Anyway, one other thing that I wanted to mention, because that was pretty much it that we had. One of the things I did want to mention is that I did come across an article talking about people going, oh, the unemployment rate is so low, blah, 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 which I feel like we may have talked about this before, but them talking about how unemployment is at a record low, but people forget that, people have multiple jobs. Mm-hmm. Like,
right.
I have two.
Like, unemployment rate is its lowest, and it's like because we all have like three.
Exactly.
And we're still broke. So,
bruh.
Yeah. What? And the other thing before we move on is just a shout out to Will Van Spronson's family, because they lost a real one. This was the 69-year-old anarchist that flung a Molotov cocktail trying to break people out of that ICE detention facility.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, like,
Paul went out for the homie.
Pretty much. Like, he's the only one that's done that so far. What I'm wondering is what's stopping people from, breaking people out of these detention camps.
Yeah, actually I was literally just
I have things to say about that later.
Yeah, I was like literally just saying just how how eerily like similar this whole situation is to like the Gestapo like in Germany, like rounding up the Jewish people and like sort of like kicking them out of Germany. Like, I feel like not enough people are like actually
witnessing the parallels.
Yeah, like paying attention. And like, I mean, Hitler did the same exact thing. Like, he sort of slipped under everyone's noses, quote unquote.
Yeah, there's like that
until
picture,
it was too late.
Yeah, there's like that picture of someone saying, "Oh, this is how the Holocaust starts," and they were like, "Actually," and then show like a long list of the steps to mass genocide, and they go down to like the fourth to last step, and like, we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm just wondering how long before more people start doing what he did. Because there's this, or do we want to talk about this later? There's this whole Area 51 thing happening.
Yeah, see, again, I have things to say about that.
Okay, we'll save that for later then. But we are going to move on to our rapid fire section, which, is a thing.
It is an event.
Yeah. Well, because first of all, it was a smooth 84 degrees in the Arctic Circle a couple days ago. Mm-hmm. Which, we get it. It's summertime. It is supposed to be warmish, but in the in the Arctic Circle.
Yeah.
However long that was, how long is it? Still 84 degrees? Or was it just?
It's still a little warm.
Okay,
I don't know if it's
most of those creatures are probably dead.
Well, it's not that they're going to just drop anytime it gets above freezing, but they're
how long
suffering.
Periods of time and like the ecosystem that's not there's like probably suffering.
Yeah.
if not mutating and or dying or something.
Well, mutations take multiple generations,
You know what?
but
Don't correct me in my arrogance, okay? My ignorance. Listen, I'm stupid. I'm not dumb, okay?
I feel like this is a Pisces thing.
No one asked you, bitch. Did I ask you?
Anyway, and then the other thing, and this might actually turn into something else. So Tennessee,
Oh God.
yeah. So you know about this then?
Yeah.
So Tennessee decided to celebrate a Nathaniel Bedford Forrest Day. It got signed in by the governor a little while ago. About that.
No.
That too.
Exactly.
About that, he was the first Grand Wizard of the KKK.
No.
No, but louder.
I wish it weren't true.
I mean, what was that state?
How can you be so ashy? Like, how do you just exist and be dry?
Because white people don't moisturize.
Like, how do you
often.
just, with your red peeling ass, go in Beyonce's sunshine and dare sign a law that says, "Oh, let's make the Grand Wizard of the Cool Clown Clan give him a fucking day." Bye, bitch. Anyway, I'm
Yeah,
done.
I just what was it? I know there was another southern state that I had words for. Was it North Carolina?
No.
Oh, because
Might have. I don't know. It's one of those. I think.
it was definitely somewhere in the South, and it was a state that got rid of Sunday voting because it closed the polling places in the districts that had Sunday voting because those districts were largely African American and largely Democratic.
That shit don't add up.
Yeah, that's like, just say you were racist and go. We'll save both of us some time. I can get back to minding my black ass business, and you can go back to desiccating in the sun. I just like you, and now somebody
Looking like a can of Red Bull.
somebody thought it was a good idea to have a holiday after a Klansman.
I'm trying to like get his like mental like state of mind. Like, did he just wake up and was like, you know what?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
make
today.
this. I'm gonna make this elderly geezer tomato
Yeah.
into a national. Oh, okay, girl. We'll
Like,
knock
out of
this
all
down.
the other people, I'm
we'll
still
knock-
waiting on Harriet Tubman
we'll
to
knock
get on
it-
the $20 bill.
Which
keep
apparently,
prolonging that.
according to Mnuchin, that's not even supposed to happen until after Trumpelstiltskin is out of office.
Oh my God.
Trumpules.
Yeah. Why would you? Why would you? No. Don't disgrace Hercules like this.
Which one? Because there's only one good Hercules.
With the muses.
It's
Well,
not
it's
the
not
guy
so.
from Twilight. I hope you're not talking about that Hercules that came out.
Who?
The dude, what is?
That's right.
Yeah, he made a Hercules movie.
I literally only know of two.
Isn't that the older brother? Like the oldest brother?
Yeah. I forget his name.
Yeah, I can literally only think of two different Hercules, and that's the Disney movie. And
I forgot about Emmett.
oh,
Yeah.
Emmett Cullen. Oh, just.
Rock this pussy.
you were just waiting for an
I
opportunity.
sure was, and that
That's
was.
Kellen Lutz. That's his name. Yeah, he played Hercules in a movie.
Ooh,
I forget
my
when
pussy.
it came out.
Stop. We aren't even out of the. You know what? No. Carry on.
Okay.
Okay,
It
Anything
wasn't
else?
too long ago. It was 2014.
Yeah, it was, and
The Legend of
it was a movie.
It was the look.
I was just gonna say I,
Choice.
I only recognize the Disney one and Hercules Mulligan, Hamilton,
Boom.
the Hamilton
Boom, boom,
version
boom.
specifically, not
We are
the
the
not the historical
muses.
version. Because fuck it.
Goddesses of the arts and proclaimers of heroes. Heroes like Hercules. How do you mean Hercules? I'm sorry, that was my gay icon. I knew I was going to grow up to be her one day.
I wonder which one she was.
I
Because
forget.
the muses actually have names.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, the only one I can remember is the muse of dance, Terpsichore. Because one of my favorite adjectives, Terpsichorean.
Oh wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. Hold on. I'm googling it. You guys mind me?
So anyway,
All you want, bitch. Google exists for a reason. There we go. I don't know how to say these names.
Calliope, Cleo, Opomene, Terpassery.
Terpsichore.
Tapassery.
Oh,
Hateration, holleration, in this tapassery.
How many times are you gonna say that?
A lot in Talia.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, that satisfied that little random bit of curiosity. Anyway,
Now we know. I might name my daughter Toposkary.
Tessa put canola.
Just so white people can struggle pronouncing her name.
oh,
I don't know how to pronounce his name.
So I'm just gonna call you Vivian.
It's Shafid.
I know that, and I don't remember where it's from.
It's a Vine.
Was it from a Vine first or the Key and Peele show?
I thought it was the Vine first.
I'm not sure.
Aaron. It's Shafid. Okay. Anything else you want to talk about?
Nah, I don't have anything else for the rapid fire. I don't know. People have been kind of quiet.
True.
Still. Maybe they just know we're coming for WakandaCon.
Yup.
Which means we're gonna move on to our palette clones. Which what?
I'm sick of you. Go on.
No, you're not.
I'm sick of you.
Which honestly, this is beyond a cleanse. This is a damn exfoliant because already came for Ariel with a just her voice. Anyway,
Right.
I
just
sang
love
Unforgettable
Halle
by
Bailey.
Nat King Cole, and I was like, whoa.
like that vibrato, that voice, that smile. I am here, and I cannot wait.
She held it for like a minute.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that movie is.
I'm like
just gonna-
Dorothy Dandridge. Who?
I hope we do what we did with Black Panther when that movie comes out.
And everybody just shows out.
Just fucking shows out.
Please. Again.
I hope so. But now we've got Lashana Lynch is rumored to be the first black and first female 007.
Hey.
Which I just saw this today, and I know the harvest of tears will be bountiful this season. I just like
I can't wait.
same.
I can't wait for the tears to.
And she was amazing in Captain Marvel.
Oh yeah, she was.
She was great. Like I literally like almost teared up when she did the like best friend speech.
Yes. Absolutely.
I haven't seen it yet.
Well, whose fault is that?
You should watch it. It's good.
It's a pretty good movie.
Eventually,
It's not the greatest Marvel
Yeah, it's not
movie,
like
but
it's not like oh you gotta watch it today.
I'm
No,
not-
it's just like
I'm not one of those big Marvel girls, but eventually. Because like Black Panther is one of the only ones that I saw like the day it came out, and I don't even like going to the theater that much.
So I like low-key heard that I don't know how true this is, but I heard that Lashana Lynch will be the 007, but only for like half the movie or so. And like Daniel Craig is still 007, and he's just in retirement.
who?
He's the guy that played Bond in like like Inspector, like the last movie that came out. It's like this British dude. Yeah, that.
I'm
Why
being
does that
shady.
pi-
My bad.
Why does that picture make him look like
look
Channing
like-
Tatum's dad?
He looked like fucking a fucking burger. Honestly.
Stop.
Oh, he's like
Pierce Brosnan is still my favorite one, but he's the one I grew up with.
True.
Next, but I mean, like I said, I'm excited. This might be the. I haven't seen a Bond movie in years, so I might actually go see this one.
I could care less about any of those fucking movies. I only care about Shirley Bassey's voice singing "Diamonds Are Forever." Hold one up and
Diamonds are forever.
no, it's not. You gotta sing it like her, like she did. You gotta sing it like you have a cold. Diamonds are forever. Hold one up and then caress. What? That's how she fucking sings it, bitch.
The other thing that I wanted to bring up.
One more thing.
Why are you like
I'm
this?
just having too much fun. Go on.
Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
we out here because now we've got a 17-year-old swimming master that is up and coming by the name of Reese Whitley. This is an old article.
Oh no.
So my brain transposed the 9 and the 6 on something. I'm still going to talk about him though. So Omaha, Nebraska. Wait. Yeah. So
Omaha, Nebraska.
Number Scray.
Nebraska. Yes.
Never Scray.
That sounds like a deep conditioner. Let me get some of that Nebraska.
Girl, you got the Never Scray on deck. Gagne Never Scray.
Kanye Nebraska.
what is that? Why does that sound like you're calling my mama a hoe in some obscure language?
Nebraska.
He's 6'7" and is an up and coming black swimmer. I'm sorry,
6'9".
6'9".
Yep.
And I just love seeing, the stereotypes about us be destroyed.
Yeah.
We can't swim. All of a sudden, oh look, a black Olympian swimmer.
Mm-hmm.
Your argument is invalid.
Bitch.
Yes.
But yeah, that is actually all I've got. So that means we're going to move on to our musical break, which, since Breshaun has graced us with his presence, also is deciding to grace us with some music too. We've got Arcadia by... Is it just the letters or is
It's
it...
Breshaun.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's spelled BRSN.
The person.
Person.
But anyway, let's get into the music and we'll be right back. And welcome back.
Hi, bitch.
Hello. Clarice.
Hey, hello, Clary. A census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
You know what I almost thought you were going to do?
What? It would have been funny. It was just like with his liver and a nice with fava beans, and a nice Chianti.
See Midsummer. Or don't.
See Midsummer or don't.
It's a really messed up movie. I know it's super random, but
True. All right. What are we
so-
talking about for mental health and shit? Oh,
So-
wait. Disclaimer time.
Right. So, Vesta, Breshaun, and I are not mental health professionals in any way, shape, or
I
form.
sure wish I was. I love that paycheck. Go on.
We are a handful of loudmouths or creatives with some recording equipment, some software, and some extra time on our hands. We are not professionals, so please, please, please take what we say with a Mazda Miata full of salt.
What in the goddamn fuck? What in the goddamn? Every time I look at you, you gotta come up with some polysyllabicalness. Anyway, fucking whatever. What are we fucking talking about, bitch? Fuck.
Rude.
And my follicles stretching out and shit. Motherfucker. All right, go on. Go on. What are we talking?
Anyway,
I can end this podcast right now. I can stop this episode.
I'll end it all.
I will turn this car around.
I will turn this car.
Anyway, so this week we are actually going to be talking a bit about journaling and anxiety, and if we have some time or the conversation shifts there, we might even touch on gender because
fuck it.
I was going to say because yesterday was non-binary day.
But also fuck it.
Porque no las dos? So, what are you two's experience with journaling, if at all?
Guess goes first.
Cool. All right. Just
put him on the spot.
Just jump in there. I think it's, for me, like, it's weird because I am a writer, but I always find it so hard writing about myself. Like, I can write like entire story worlds, like, and just like really delve into like other characters, but when it comes down to writing about myself and my insecurities and my everything, it's kind of difficult for me. So like I've broken down a couple of times and actually bought an actual journal and wrote in it, but I find it better for me, surprisingly enough, to like do like an audio journal. And I've started an audio journal just like at the end of each day, like I just kind of speak into the mic and just talk about how I'm feeling, like where I'm at mentally, and I actually email it to myself. So like I have this like just collection over the years of like, this is where all my journals are, like going back to like January, I think, of last year, just so like I can look back one day and see like where I've come, like how far I've come, and yeah.
See, I used to do a lot of journaling. I did it for so long. From when I was like 12 or 13, used to keep 5, 6 like of the classic composition books. I used to have them, and they used to just say journal 1, and then when I finished that one, it'd be journal 2. I think I got up to 3 out of the 6 that I bought for a long time, and I did skip a lot of, like, I did weeks, I think. I don't think I did days. I think I did weeks. And I stopped kind of keeping up with it, but I really like doing it for the sake of looking back at them, just to see, like what you just said, where, like how things have changed and how your mindset's changed. Because I know if I ever went and found them wherever the hell they went, I could just watch my writing change, because I don't write anywhere near the way I used to, in a good way. And my handwriting also is slightly more developed chicken scratch than the chicken scratch I was writing before. So that's always good to watch too. But it's also very cathartic to just sit and just write to you, even if it's to yourself, technically. Just writing and putting down how you feel. I'm much more of a verbal person than myself, so I might consider doing the audio journal thing, because I can talk a little bit more about
our phones are really good for that, actually.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, throwing some voice memos in there.
Hello?
Well, because Vesta and I both have Samsung phones, and they have
It's me.
Hello? It's
where
me.
you could realistically do both. Like type something up.
That's true too.
And also have an audio bit attached to it.
Yeah.
So I actually have been journaling a lot more recently, like actually like handwriting it though. Partly because, and I feel like I might have mentioned this before, but I did a subscription box. Not going to say the name because they don't need free advertisement. But
if you want that advertisement, sponsor us. Thank you.
Yes, I will be more than happy to lend my dulcet tones to selling your product.
All right, well, we just lost that opportunity. All right, go on.
First of all, bitch. But in that subscription box, one of the things that I got was a journal, a fountain pen with a really nice, with a better tip than I was expecting, for given how cheap it was. A knife for some reason, and a bottle cap opener. Actually, no, the knife was the last one. Actually,
That's a real Kyle ass subscription boss you got there.
God.
And
but I've been, because of the pen, because it's actually a nice fountain pen. I've been writing, and I've been writing a lot more, and it's actually been helping me to process a lot of what I've been going through lately. Especially with a bunch of like interpersonal stuff that I am not going to bring up on the show.
yeah,
But yeah, Vesta knows about some of it.
it's a lot.
It's a lot.
We all have a lot going on. in
But
our heads
journal-
sometimes.
But one of the things that I feel like is really helpful about it is that journaling, be it via an audio, via hell, some people do video diaries.
Yeah, I could never get into that because I would be distracted with how barefaced I would look and how dry my. Oh, I've come so far,
But
and I just don't want to see. Ooh, Lord Almighty. Anyway, go on.
anyway, some people do video, some people do audio, some people write. But the thing is that I feel like doing it in some way, shape, or form kind of gets those thoughts bouncing around out of your head and gives you more peace so you can sleep better.
That's so
yeah,
true.
I've noticed that I sleep
Definitely.
so much better every night, any
Yeah.
night that I actually make sure that I do journal.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because
Or just kind of get off your chest the day. Just like
yeah,
release it, and then you can go to bed peacefully.
set it and forget it.
Mhm.
The
That's what I
show-
always say. Like
The
whatever, like
Showtime
whatever.
rotisserie and barbecue.
Boy.
Yeah, I like to say like whatever you're feeling, like feel it, experience it, but then like release it.
Yeah,
Because like it's okay that you're feeling what you're feeling, but just don't let it like
because
overtake
it'll
you.
sit there and just take over.
It'll
you.
fester. Yeah.
Did you get it?
Fuck no.
There's a gnat.
There was a
buzzing
night I
around.
almost Bruce Lee'd it. I was gonna be really happy.
I was so confused at what you were doing.
Yeah, because there was a gnat. I saw this bitch.
Eventually. I know I've done that at least 2 or 3 times.
Imagine
before.
if you like reached out and it just like stopped your hand with its like little gnat hand.
And it's just,
Kill Bill siren.
It just pulled out like chloroform.
I have several questions.
Check out the Eventide Effect.
See? Keep doing it.
That's actually the story. It's just about an assassin gnat.
Plot twist. He thought it was a portal. He thought it was an alien. No, assassin gnat. Put LSD in the school water. Anyway.
What?
That'd be a
This
great.
spiraled really quick.
That would be great.
That would,
Be
that sounds,
That's a
amazing.
Netflix
That is
series.
that is a B movie.
that is,
No
that,
pun intended.
That sounds like something.
He's actually fighting the bees.
The gnat is attacking the college kids because they don't want to save the bees.
I feel like I need to go get some of that vodka in the fridge, dude, with y'all. Mess.
Okay. But as far as anxiety goes, because that's my best friend.
Oh.
Hello, anxiety, old friend.
It's hi bitch. It helps a lot with that. Honestly.
Definitely.
For the same thing you just said, it helps you sleep at night. Because sometimes you sit there, even if you don't come up with an answer to your problems, writing them down is like,
Yeah. And I think that's the key too, like understanding like, hey, I don't need to have an answer to this right now. I don't need to solve this right now. It's okay to feel it, but like just don't let it fester.
yeah. Because that's when shit gets bad. I had to
Extremely.
learn that, like, from a young age, because, let me calm down. I was going to get really angry. Woo.
Breathe.
In the black family,
Mm.
where you are raised in repression, I almost choked. Where you're raised in repression, unlearning that habit of, well, I have a problem, but it's okay. I'm just going to set it back in the farthest reaches of my mind. And if you don't think that shit's about to come back 5 years later
Mhm.
and fucking stress the hair off of your lace front, girl, if you think you're not
Not the lace front.
if you Might be a hair circle, not a hairline, because that's how confused it'll be. Like
When your wig is losing its hair,
yeah, when your wig starts stressing out too.
your
But-
wigs turn gray.
But yeah, like when that happens, like that'll fuck you up. You don't realize it because you put it so far back in your head that your brain recognizes it, your body recognizes it,
Yeah, your
your
brain will
mood
like,
recognizes it, but you won't.
literally like subconscious. Like you'll do
Right.
things subconsciously. Like whether it's like
But you'll
shaking your
never-
leg. Like for me, like I shake my
Oh
leg.
God, I shake.
And
I
it's
do.
just-
I'll sit and tap my foot, and I bite my nails at work. People are like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about it."
It's fine.
Everything's
Flames
fine.
everywhere.
Classic comic.
Yeah. Damn it, I had something for that. Made me think of that damn comic strip. And that reminded me that I have an emote for that in Destiny 2 right now, where my character sits down, takes a drink from a mug of coffee, and then the table just sets on fire.
It's cool. I dig that.
So that thought just popped up, and I lost my entire.
Damn,
Train.
the metro train is late. Damn it.
This is the red line. Doors open on the left.
Oh my
At
God.
Sox 35th.
If you're from the Bay in California, it's doors are closing. Please stand clear of the doors. Every single fucking stop. And if you got the new BART trains, they were loud because the speakers were new. So it would just be like every 2 minutes you hear the train rolling, and then it's like, doors open. Please stand clear. It's like, oh my God.
As you spike all three mics.
You're familiar.
Why is this so familiar?
Okay.
Um,
Button. So, were you gonna talk about gender expression? Were you gonna touch on that today?
I can touch on it just a little bit. It's something that I actually am loving my new job more and more for. My last job was very much a very physical job. It was very demanding. It was surrounded by nothing but cishet white men.
Just grinder with lack of awareness.
Or hygiene, or exfoliation, or care.
Just
You could have pressed that so much sooner.
I
Anyway. But one of the things that I do thoroughly love about my new job is that it is the only uniform is closed toe shoes and have all your adult bits covered. You can wear pretty
so
much.
you mean I could walk in there with
A Speedo.
No.
no.
No. It's obviously it has to be like work friendly attire.
Well, then you have a uniform. God, if you don't have a uniform, you can wear whatever the fuck or whatever you don't want to wear. So if I want to show
Would
up
you
in my
wear-
Gem and the Holograms bikini and be truly outrageous.
You mean like you're not already?
Hey, first of all, you big.
You big fat white
But
God, you're gonna abuse the hell out of that button, aren't you?
yeah. But what were you saying about your uniform job?
I don't have one that's like very rigid, so I can do whatever I want with my expression. Because like I've wanted to try painting my nails for a while, but the problem is that the last job that I had, one of the main chemicals we worked with was acetone.
Oh, that
Wow.
bitch just came straight. Oh,
Straight for the nail.
it
It
would
it's
have dropped off
it-
like.
you know what else that stuff does? It is specifically an adhesive remover. So I would have had a Band-Aid on one finger, just wiping something down, and lift my hand up, and the Band-Aid would just stay.
Oh.
It would just fall right off my hand.
Oh.
And I,
There's also a fun way to find out that you had a cut on your hand.
Ah!
no.
Holding a rag and ah!
Wow, I love Street Fighter sounds. That was like a
Sonic boom.
Sonic Yoga Fire, Yoga Flame.
Falcon.
Spinning bird kick.
That's
Or
not-
as my father used to say, swing by the beach. He used to say, when he was a kid, he would argue with me all the time that Chun-Li sang Spinning Bird Kick because it was so compressed. Sounded like Swing by the Beach. And when you think about it, swing by the beach, spinning by the kick, it sounds exactly the same.
I'm going to have to hear the
Is that
original.
the SpongeBob?
Stepping on the beach.
Wow. Shall we?
Yeah, let's go. I was
Yeah.
going to say fuck gender well, not fuck gender expression. Fuck gender roles
Policing.
and identity.
And
Fuck
policing.
it. Just fuck the gender. Really
Same.
good. Some Astroglide and poppers if you need them, I guess, if you're into that.
Oh my.
I'm not a part of that fan club, but some people subscribe to that monthly magazine, and I don't. But yeah, I don't like it. I identify as male, I guess, but it doesn't matter. Because people at work call me girl all the time, and I just feel like, I feel like wearing a dress today. Granted, I don't have any dresses.
But bitch, a sundress on a hot breezy day.
Well, I wouldn't wear a sundress. I would look like a whole Vienna sausage.
Oh my god.
Like a whole sausage wrapped in some
Oh
seaweed.
my god.
But like a nice, just like those gowns, those night dresses that they always make fun of when you come to the door.
Ones.
When you like when the police come to the door to tell you about your missing husband.
You just like,
I would wear one of those.
You can close it back.
Just like, officer.
You have to have
Hot
some wine
pink,
in your hand.
electric blue.
Trimmed in faux fur.
Yeah. You got to have the slides on.
Oh Jesus.
With the matching faux fur. Ooh,
Yeah.
bitch. I would rock the hell out of that.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
That I would wear that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Gem and the Holograms and Marilyn Monroe. Two of those things. Both of those together is just a bad combination. And by bad, I mean...
Tacky and tackier.
Oh, how fucking dare you. Listen here, bitch. Don't you ever come for my mother. Don't ever come for my mama like that. Don't ever. Marilyn is that bitch.
Okay.
Okay, so the next song is
Anyway.
bitch.
So we're gonna move on to our other musical break for the day. This one is a
So mad at you.
what?
I'm so mad at you. How dare you?
While
I'm wearing a shirt of her. How dare you? Anyway.
Anyway, we are gonna move on to a little feature from Mr. Fahrenheit. I believe this is from. Isn't he working on a new album?
Yeah, new album. It's gonna be lit. I've heard like half of it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't think he even knows when it's coming out.
Eventually.
Eventually. Hopefully
But-
before the summer is over.
Oop. Well, we'll see what happens. But we are going to travel off to Beverly Hills by Mr. Fahrenheit. And we'll be right back.
Rodeo Drive, one whole street of exclusive boutiques where you can find virtual cash. Vesta's still a little steam.
Oh
one of the baddest bitches in the game.
You realize I was kidding.
How dare
Jokes.
you formulate your full moisturized lips to say anything about my mother? She was here for the gays and the black people. Before that was socially okay.
Okay.
Fuck you. All right, what are we talking about? A lot of shit.
Clearly. Oh, Jesus Christ.
We're talking about the hold on. The Eventide project effect. Fuck.
Bitch, it is on the screen. It is on the screen.
Y'all like work with screens at work, and I'm still here.
No fuck. Ooh.
So tell us about the Eventide effect.
I wonder who didn't fully silence their phone.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, it's a science fiction drama. It's like dark psychological, and it follows a group of college students that discover hidden abilities after the sudden suicide of a professor sets off a chain of inexplicable phenomena. So, basically, it takes place in the beginning of, or the late summer, inside of a lecture hall of a small town, Eventide, Illinois, which is right outside the border of Missouri. And it follows, the students basically are students of the professor, who his name is Anthony Young, who is played by Yuchi Chu, an Asian man. He stops to take a quick phone call in the middle of a lecture. Shortly after hanging the phone up without a word, he jumps out the window to his death. And so that impact echoes through the entire small town. The sudden public suicide is a gut punch to not only the community, but the students. The students include Lauren, played by Crystal Hardaway, Adam Beltran, played by Clark Cheatham. He's actually a student who is kind of dealing with his own sexuality. He is also transracially adopted into he's a white guy, transracially adopted into a Afro-Cuban family.
I'm here for that. I'm here for my head just moisturized off that alone.
Definitely, and they also have a friend who is a non-binary character, Devin Weiss. And then so just throughout the series, like we follow the emotional damage that grips all of them, as well as the ripple effect that it has on those closest to Anthony. And then after that, enter Jason Powers, this mysterious professor that replaces Mr. Young after he commits suicide, and the unexplainable, often deadly phenomena that seems to come along with his presence. And as time goes on, unbeknownst to like one another, both Lauren and Adam began to experience these supernatural abilities. So as they slowly unravel the mystery behind their dark origin, they struggle to balance things such as home life and college life, and how to keep their powers hidden from everybody and each other. And throughout the series, we'll touch on sexuality. Excuse me. We'll touch on sexuality and mental health, and like Lauren, she deals with anxiety and and depression, and there's just a lot of things that like are social commentaries, like wrapped in science fiction. I think I was really inspired by Jordan Peele when he came out with Get Out, because I think not only, well, he's more on the horror side of things, but just wrapping like a genre that not a lot of people of color are in, or at least like they're in, but the visibility rate is just like near zero. So that's super admirable, and I want to be that writer, that creator, that director that sees these groups of people that have been historically marginalized and historically silenced, and give them the voice. So that's what I'm trying to do with the Eventide Effect, and all of the cast, all of the even behind the scenes, like my production crew. We have women of color, we have queer people, we have non-binary people. It's just like a culmination of the community, and trying to like have us be able to display our talent, and not only like display our talent, but also have people like, hey, like we're here, and we're queer, and we're proud, and we are just proud of everything that we're able to do, and we want to tell these stories, and we have these stories, and we deserve to tell these stories. So
my wig.
Yes.
I heard the follicles departing this earth.
Woo! This is gonna be lit. I've seen all the I've been following this since the beginning because I was here for it when you told me about it. I was here for this.
Mhm.
And then you started posting the cast pictures. I'm like, oh, my follicles. Oh my
Glad to
god,
hear
the
it.
Cantu dried up.
Not the Cantu. I
Oh
have
my
a
God.
have a half bottle
My
of
picks
Cantu back at
broke.
home.
Just everything. Just
You good?
no,
Do you need a cigarette?
no.
'Cause that's what you sound like.
I just need to bask in this. All right, that's lit. Please keep us updated on this.
Please do.
Because
Definitely.
we'll keep everyone else updated. 'Cause
Yeah,
this,
definitely.
This here, it's mandatory.
Yeah, and I'm absolutely here for it.
I'm here for
Yeah,
all of it.
we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. All of it is the Eventide Effect. So feel free to follow us and
Find
be
it, follow it.
continue to be updated, continue to be part of the Eventide Effect family, and I'm excited to get this out.
I'm so hyped. Okay.
You good?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Okay. So what else we got on the plate today?
Oh, boy. Area 51.
I'm about sick of you fucking fedora wearing monster chugging ass bitches with these godforsaken fucking memes.
Honestly.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. We've already had a first person arcade game about Area 51. They gave us all the answers. Come on, don't tell me. Please tell me you remember that. It's a classic. It's like a rail shooter. And you're in Area 51
Oh.
shooting down all these fucking weird ass looking aliens. And it has that terrifying game over screen where your character, you watch them bleed out and turn into an alien and jump at the camera and scream. Like it was the scariest fucking thing. I'm sorry, I went on a tangent about that.
Uh-huh.
But that's a repressed memory from my childhood. But we ain't gonna break out the kids in the concentration camps though.
Right.
We're worried about alien pussy.
Mm.
We're worried about that,
Mm.
but the concentration camps just well.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, we had that one guy that actually was trying and got gunned down.
But we gonna go to Area 51. Oh, okay.
Somebody have joked about the idea of getting like alien weaponry to then go and
Yeah,
knock out
see,
all
I'm
the
here for that.
concentration
I'm here
camps.
for that. That's big dick energy.
But at the same time, I don't know. The memes have been making me laugh.
I hate them. I just get on my nerves.
They see, I'm like guilty because I do laugh at the memes. Like I get it, and then but I do understand. Like, hey, like if we could get 300,000 people to like or like plan to do this thing that's completely absurd. Like I feel like of course we can get the same amount of people, if not more, to actually like do something about these concentration camps on the southern border. It's
Mhm.
like it's absurd.
Yeah, and if anybody wants to try to at us about calling them concentration camps instead of anything else,
I have one hand. You can get the second one for free.
I'm just saying my block button is far overdue for a massage.
Thank you.
Good.
Next.
Yeah, I don't know. The memes have been making me chuckle. It's a ridiculous concept, and I'm pretty sure like 95% of the people who said that they're going to do the thing are just doing it to get involved with the jokes and stuff and aren't actually going to show up.
Oh, for sure.
But we did vote Trump in office, so I don't put anything past people these days.
That's true as well.
And that's that on that.
On to our next thing, they're re-releasing the Game Boy Color.
Boy!
I'm so excited. I haven't had a Game Boy Color in so long. I'm just kidding.
So Vesta's being a bitch about
Just kidding.
I forget what the specific the specific name for it is, but basically Nintendo is doing a Switch Lite.
Yes.
Oh, it is a Switch Lite.
And then Nintendo Switch Lite.
Okay.
What the fuck is it?
It is blurring the line between console and handheld game in that, like, I don't know if have either of you played a Switch at all?
Yes.
I have not.
It's interesting.
So the cool thing about it is that it looks like just a handheld playing device, but you can also pop the controllers off of the sides and actually like use those as miniature controllers. Like I played Smash with my nephew a couple months ago, where it was just the handheld thing. We kicked out the kickstand on the back of it and set it up on my counter, and each of us had one of those little Joy-Cons and we're actually fighting on the game. Which, I mean, the Joy-Cons are literally like the width of my phone. So me trying to play on something this small.
True.
But the Nintendo Switch Lite, there's a couple of major differences between it and its predecessor, being that the Lite is smaller, bit lighter. You cannot take the controllers off, and it does not support, playing on an actual TV.
Which is, again, it's a Game Boy Color re-release. Am I wrong?
Yes.
Look at this guy.
Are you really pulling up a Game Boy Color?
Look at this. Oh, wait. I've been saying Game Boy Color. Whoops. Game Boy Advance. Okay, look at this. Look at that. Look at that. And then what is... Look.
It's almost as if they're made by the same company or something.
At least be original.
It's almost as if they're made by the same company.
It's be original.
Or be prepared. Because there's going to be a lot more people... There's going to be a lot more people getting a Switch now because the Lite is also going to be cheaper than its predecessor.
And the Lite is also coming to get back everything the darkness stole.
Will you leave Arena Venti out of this?
No, I will not leave Arena the Coffee Shop Grande Raffuccino alone, okay? What else we got? Mulan, bitch. I feel like we've talked about this now that I'm thinking about it.
I'm not...
Did the trailer drop?
Yes.
When we record.
Ooh, you know what? We did talk about it, but
all right, bye, girl.
But we can just mention the fact that there's no romance, there's no Mushu, or did we talk about that too?
We did.
Oh, we did.
Yes, that was announced a while ago.
Okay.
All the music's gone. Shang's gone.
Yeah.
Because for God forbid there be a bisexual general in Imperial China.
Yeah, but they were also getting rid of that shoehorned in love interest story and a story that already exists.
But I was here for the bisexuality.
I mean, bitch,
I was
me too.
Here for that.
Me too.
Shang was like, I'ma suck. He was like, I'm gonna suck. And then revealed to be a woman, and later I'm still gonna suck. And we don't mention the sequel because the sequel was a decision someone
There was
made.
a sequel?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know her.
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand. Mulan. There's only one Mulan.
I need to find the frames from that movie. Because someone was on crack.
Crack is whack. Crack is
Please
cheap.
let there be... No, please have the fucking wild... Yeah, okay. Like, someone was on crack rock. There's one of Shang. Yeah, that one too. Where's the one of Shang? Because that one kills me.
What?
Yeah. Like, girl.
I've never seen
Girl. This was one of my pictures on social media for a while.
Who did this?
Crack rock cocaine. He looks like the embodiment of Nicki Minaj in Roman Holiday.
No.
Anyway, yeah.
No, that's Nicki Minaj on Queen of Radio. You think Harriet Tubman was wearing around his shiny fucking dress on with fucking slaves? Sabrina!
Yeah, okay, so anyway, about the good Mulan. The music's gone, Shang is gone.
I feel like they might end up using some of the music from the original movie.
They're using it as the score.
Yeah,
they're doing that. But
so like the training scene, you might be able to hear them get down to business to defeat the Huns.
Even though it's a bisexual anthem.
How?
Because it is. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns and then be a man, and that's a big dick energy song. Let's not play around here.
So anyway,
anyone who's a fan of that song is now queer.
Honestly. Yeah.
All right. Doctor Strange 2, Matt Smith is announced to possibly be the villain. He's casted in the movie.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. See if he bails on it like he bailed on C2E2. Like he was scheduled to be the Doctor. He was scheduled
shade
to be,
though.
he was scheduled to be a guest, and then was like, nah. There was somebody else that was scheduled to be a guest and also ghosted.
And this is why
You're
people
gonna throw
don't.
shade at them too?
No, because I don't. They're not even relevant enough for me to remember right now. So that's not even the point. But like, it went from they had to like emergency change a bunch of the names of the panels and stuff because there were a bunch of like Doctor Who panels featuring David. Tennant,
yeah, that's
Smith.
kind of rude.
Yeah, though a friend of mine actually got to go meet Tennant as well, and he's apparently very pleasant. He's also very, 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 very Scottish. He also actually randomly he also has a podcast, where it's pretty much just him just talking with people, but it's just it's very delightful because they're just kind of sit and chat and have a drink and depending on what happens, start cussing people out.
That's a whole mood, especially at work. It's me my job all the time.
What, standing around and drinking?
No, about cussing at people every
people
once in a while. Yeah.
I'll
be like, man, like going about this stupid big.
You big fat white man.
Is that it? For you? The Doctor Who Strange thing?
What?
The Matt Smith thing?
What
'Cause
about
you were ranting about him being.
I was just sidetracking on him just bailing on it. That's all. I actually know nothing because I don't follow Marvel all that much.
Yeah, Doctor Strange was pretty. I love Inception's reboot. Then there was Endgame. Endgame was re-released because Disney's really trying hard to have big dick energy when their dick's been small since 1985. So they re-released Endgame
To try to beat Avatar.
and they were like new scenes, new footage. They put in this abandoned scene of Smart Hulk, spoilers, lifting up, like saving civilians from a car. Here's the thing. They didn't finish the CGI on Hulk.
Oh my god!
What?
That's what he looks like.
Is that even
That
real?
is real. That is exactly
That's
what he
in
looked
the
like.
movie.
Yes.
What?
And they put that in the re-release in theaters.
Oh, honey, no.
And then the extra. Oh yeah, there's the better one. That's the better one, where he looks like I envy you with less money. Oh, he looks. And then they were like bonus end credit scene. It was a scene from Spider-Man.
Far From Home.
Yeah, that was already out.
Wow.
Like,
That's
we get it.
trash.
James Cameron made a better movie than you guys did. We get it.
Y'all could never.
Why
But
why
still
even
can't-
put that in the movie?
Because they're trying to beat Avatar. Because Endgame is only second, Avatar's still number one,
Wow.
and that's the whole.
And the
reason
best
why.
part is that
So they
Avatar
didn't
wasn't
even
even
care
that
what
good.
it looked like. as
No, they
long
were
as
like,
it
"Oh,
was
hey,
up."
everybody, go back and see it again." They tried the fucking 22 movie marathon. It flopped.
Yeah, because nobody was going to pay a smooth $200.
and sit in a theater for 6 days. No one was gonna fucking do that. I'm sure some people did, and kudos to you, Kyle and Matthew. But but I'm too melanated for that kind of tomfoolery. But yeah, that. And also, this is the biggest news. My life as a teenage Steven.
Bitch.
I'm so excited
Is
for
this
this movie.
real?
It's the Steven Universe movie.
I mean, yeah, the poster definitely looks like
XJ9.
yeah.
like XJ9 could never with
You
that-
leave Jenny
with
alone.
that lace front. Let me just full screen that actually. No, I'm looking at it. Because there's a couple things in there that are interesting. First of all, Steven has a neck and changed his shirt.
Yeah, he looks
Pretty
older.
good.
Mm-hmm.
He's supposed to be 17.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, he's supposed to be 17 in there.
Versus
15.
Okay, I didn't
Oh,
know
so
what
not
age
that
he
big.
is.
2 years past.
So,
is what I heard.
so not that big of a time jump, but a big growth spurt.
So
I
people
do
who are
like
looking at the poster,
the change,
yeah.
outfit change.
You did or did not?
I do. I actually do like it.
This is interesting. In the background on the hill, it looks like a colony. And y'all aren't caught up, so I won't explain it. But me and you, me and Kay,
we can have a kiki about that later.
Yeah, that. Also,
I
the
gotta
house.
watch it tonight. Now then,
The house.
What about it?
It's new. Look at it. It's got a second story and an observation deck now.
Ooh.
You want to know what that observation deck looks like, though?
Hmm.
It looks like the top of the moon base where Pink Diamond could talk to the diamonds. So now we know how they're showing.
and
And also there's some weird thing going on
some
here.
some Eiffel Tower of Pisa
Yeah,
or something
whatever.
happening.
And then the big one, this bitch, who Welcome to my life as a teenage monster. Looks
Is this been released in movie theaters?
No, I was hoping it would be.
I'd go see it.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean they released what the Teen Titans Go, a movie in
dead
theaters.
on, identical.
That's literally like it's like the
Identical.
back in the day when they did crossovers.
The pigtails are going the same direction too. Like, come on, y'all. Are y'all announcing a crossover?
Right.
I would gag.
Wait, has she always had that ring?
Yeah.
So
about the villain.
about that.
So
is it spoilers?
Yeah.
Okay, don't tell me
so
then.
the
I just
villain-
noticed that.
the villain.
I was hoping you wouldn't.
I'm positive she's a diamond. Absolutely positive that's a diamond.
Red diamond.
I feel like our pink diamond was not the first.
Let's not go
On that note,
Let's not go too far into that because we don't want to spoil it.
like our pink diamond was not the first. I'm almost positive.
Ooh.
I'm almost positive.
Mm.
Remember the chest in Rose's line in Lion's Mane? Something's going on with that. That's not new.
We don't know how far they are in the series.
That's not new.
We're not very far.
Exactly.
Y'all, do y'all know Lion at least?
Yeah.
And y'all know about Inside Lion's Mane?
Yeah,
with the
Inside
tree?
is Mane.
All right, there's a
Hey.
chest there. Okay, so anyway, there's a chest there that sits there and is there for a good reason, and they haven't explained it still. So I feel like in that chest is our little upside down heart shaped diamond here, who is got the most terrifying cackle, and I'm scared of who voices her. All right, what else?
This
we
is the
got?
first time we've seen any kind of gem with their hair up too.
Yeah. Well, no.
No, that's
Amethyst,
yeah.
and then yellow.
Mm-mm.
That counts.
Mm-mm.
That counts.
Mm-mm.
Pac-Man hair. That counts. It's up. She put some got to be.
You
blue
leave
up
my
in
diamond
that.
alone.
She had that good got to be discount and was like,
You leave my diamond alone.
and then her hair is up.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So but this is the first word. Pigtails.
Yeah, that's what I meant by up.
Yeah.
So like Amethyst did it too, but I was thinking just like up,
that-
like
yeah,
up,
like that's
like
their
that.
form up. Yeah.
Yeah. But you really see the lack of ears.
Oh yeah, she looks like a Mega Man boss
Or
or Extra
X
Man,
Jake 9, yeah.
who is still that bitch. That whole show
Plot
was
twist.
amazing. Could you imagine?
bot,
Oh my god!
bot twist.
What? Did you say bot twit?
Bob.
You big fat
I think that's it on the movie. Oh, it's all a musical. I think I mentioned this before, but recapping, it's all a musical.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's singing, including the diamonds that deserve to sing in the first place. And Chance the Rapper's in it.
Chance the Snapper.
Chance the pocket twink rapper.
Stop.
No.
He looks like a pocket kid. If his ass put his face on top of a pocket bear at Folsom Street Fair in San Francisco and see if his face doesn't fit that. It does.
I am so tired of you.
He looks like he wears a harness and he looks like Armand Rizzo. That's what he looks like.
Are you done?
Oh, do you know who that is?
I don't.
Oh, damn it. I was gonna say if you knew who that was. Aurora, Illinois,
Let's
represent.
Google
Oh, should we? Okay, cool. Armand Rizzo.
Well, while Vesta's pulling that up, I do want to mention that I am getting into a new musician. Oh, well, not a new musician, but
You're saying Chance
Why?
looks like him?
Like he's got the same aesthetic as he does. On top of him being like 4'6".
boy.
Also, Armand Rizzo is from Aurora, like born from Aurora, so you can
Yeah,
shoot yourself for that.
I used to work in Aurora.
Yeah.
But no, the other thing that I did want to mention is that I have started listening to the album Kids by The Midnight. Keith, the Viking we had on a couple of weeks ago, actually put me onto that album. I'm really enjoying it. I'll probably have some kind of review for it for our next episode. but I'm gonna need somebody to remind me. At me on Twitter or something.
I'm probably gonna read.
Do we follow each other on Twitter?
We might, but we're gonna drop our handles at the end.
I don't think I follow you on Twitter.
I don't even use that fucking thing.
I mostly use it for like
I use it for tea.
art.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. I can't wait.
About what?
I bought some tea when I went to Ren
Oh.
Fair. I actually wanted to talk about that too.
Yeah, Ren Fair was the big one.
So I go to our local Ren Fair, Renaissance Fair, which is just across the border in Kenosha, Wisconsin, called the Bristol Renaissance Fair.
Is it in Bristol? But that's just the name.
Bristol is the name of the medieval town.
Mm-hmm.
It was I always love going there, especially because I found this beard balm there that it smells amazing, and I'm probably going to get a bunch more when I go there again. But I also passed by this booth that was selling tea. Did you ever hear of something called dark tea?
Yes.
I never had before.
Isn't it fermented?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to try it at work tomorrow.
It sounds you're gonna enjoy yourself. It's really good.
I don't know if you're being serious
No,
or
it is.
Okay.
Dark tea is really good.
Okay.
I don't drink it very often because I'm not a tea kind of girl. I'm more of a liquor kind of girl. But
¿Por qué no las dos?
tea.
Bitch, it ain't called a Long Island iced tea for nothing. just a splash
But I
Lipton.
need to be reading somebody or beating someone's ass, and that's two very different vibes for me.
You know what I forgot about that I need to go back there for anyway, though? There is a whole stall dedicated to garlic.
Oh shit!
Garlic is amazing.
Oh shit!
Garlic
It
is
doesn't get enough
that
credit.
bitch.
Garlic is that,
And
that's that all-purpose
I-
seasoning for
I-
black people.
I
For real.
love recipes that say this only calls for 2 cloves of garlic. 13 got it.
Did you mean the whole bottle?
Did you mean a whole bulb?
Several bulbs.
Seriously. But it's an experience that I would like to take more people to. I like going. It's a good way to get a shit ton of steps in too. 'Cause
I'm going.
I know I walked.
Does it only happen once a year? Or?
It runs the one in Kenosha runs from the weekend after the 4th of July to Labor Day weekend.
Oh shit!
And it's Saturday, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, okay.
And then Labor Day weekend happens and it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And then they close.
I'd be down for going.
I'm going,
But-
and I have a costume prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
We're
so
gonna
do you
meet-
have to dress up?
No,
No.
Oh,
You don't
okay.
have to.
but there's been a couple of times where I walked in there and I was like, oh my.
Because
You should.
there's some nymphs that actually walk around. There's people they're dolled up in blue makeup with contouring and everything, wearing blue bodysuits with like leaves and stuff hanging off of them, and they'll frolic around the fair or hang out on top of a bridge or
It's
climb
amazing.
trees and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
It's amazing.
That's
There's
cute.
all sorts of games and stuff. Kids have the time of their life there. Adults have the time of their life there too.
I think the first time I walked in there to Ren Fair, I saw a Rose Quartz cosplay.
Yeah, somebody was walking
And I
around
was
in a Rose
like,
Quartz
oh
cosplay.
my god, I'm gonna be Blue Diamond.
They also have a bunch. They also have a
It's
bunch. Each weekend is a different theme. So like this current weekend running right now, that is closing in 17 minutes. But this weekend was Swashbuckler weekend, so there were just a shit ton of people dressed up as pirates walking around. Yeah, there were actually. I think I counted 5 different Jack Sparrow cosplayers. There's Steampunk weekend on August 10th and 11th. There's the weekend that we're not going to be there, called RenCon. So normally when you're there, all of the people that work there, especially the people that are there specifically like working for the fair, not working for like a separate booth or something, they will actually try to play a persona.
Yes. I live for that.
Like the person I'm seeing right now, while he's taking the summer off, he was part of the military regiment of Bristol.
Who's the most amazing being? But go on.
But would walk around speaking in British accents of varying degrees of skill, and
Mine would just fall.
And they listen to this.
I wasn't talking about him.
Oh, I thought you were talking about his level of accent. I'm like, oh, how could you?
I mean, not all of us can get proper pronunciation practice.
Mommy, me mash M&Ms.
I mean, I can keep going like that if I wanted to.
Okay, go ahead, I guess. You should do it the whole time you're talking about Ren Fair. Go on. End scene. or in action. I'm a
Put me on
director.
the spot. Anyway, there are all sorts of things that you can get into doing. There is a joust. There are various plays and acts. There are multiple different jesters that walk around, especially my favorite, Mooney,
Mooney!
who is
Oh, I love
absolutely
Mooney.
ridiculous. And
I
my
love
best
Mooney.
description for him is that he should be a Disney princess's sassy bird sidekick.
Yes, exactly what he is.
Because for the majority of his performances, he does not speak, but instead whistles.
Yeah.
Sassy
Mooney,
sidekick.
Mooney is amazing. Like, that was the thing you told me about the first one.
Mhm.
Like, we're going to see Mooney. I'm like, all right, so.
Yeah, no,
Go.
and I'm dropping the accent, but
But like, I'm like, okay, I was expecting, and I was dying. Oh, it was hilarious.
this one, when I went, it was ridiculous. Like, you know how he picks a lady from the crowd,
Yeah.
and like does like the paper the thing with the flower,
Yeah.
and then he picks a guy in the crowd, but the first guy he picked couldn't catch on to the skit thing that he was doing across the stage.
Mm-hmm.
Mooney kicks him off and picks somebody else. It was like, you saved the show.
Oh my god! Like Mooney's the best.
And like the first time you watch him, you think like, oh god, this is a train wreck. No, he's literally being a jester.
Yeah, I love him. When he starts getting really into it, though, when he starts doing the dangerous shit, that was like, oh my god,
but
oh my god,
he's been doing this for 30 years now.
nonstop.
There's also we also or at that Renaissance fair, there's also a world record holder of the most cracks of a bullwhip in 1 minute. Yeah, it's a little weird, but he's got like his own little grotto on the grounds where somebody will like hold up a playing card and he'll pop it in half.
I would probably die.
He's had people like balance a soda can on top of their head. Pow!
Oh, I could never.
I would literally start crying.
The thing is, he is like dead accurate with it because he's been doing this for years. And then towards the end, he has a whip that's just been soaking in kerosene for the entire performance and lights it on
Set it
fire.
on fire.
And then pow! And that first pop is like this massive inferno. And then he keeps popping it. Like you'll hear him across. Go ahead.
My wig.
Just
But you'll hear those pops going off across the grounds. What else? There's
I
you can
love Simon Belmont.
There's also, for those of us who don't have any medieval gear, there's shops of all sorts that you can get tunics, pants, skirts, shorts, shoes, cloaks.
Staffs.
Is the fair free?
No,
It's like
it's if you.
$40?
I forget. I think they may have changed who you get it from, but if you can buy tickets from. It's either Walgreens or Menards.
we went
But
to
it's-
Walgreens when we went.
Yeah, but they changed it to Menards.
Okay,
But
Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj. Oh my god.
it's if you get it from there, it's $22.
Yeah.
But when I say it's right across the border, I mean it's literally driving. Welcome to Wisconsin.
Border fair.
Wait, no, actual time count. Welcome to Wisconsin. And turn left for the parking lot.
Literally.
I am 100% serious.
Hello.
Tickets, I believe, are normally $25 if you buy them off the site or buy them in person.
Oh, is it less? Why did I say 40? Why
It's
did I
not
say
that
that?
bad. But
it's too.
and there's the big staple of Ren fairs too, the turkey leg. They sell
actual-
it's
My wig.
Oh,
they sell it for $10.50 a whole entire turkey leg that is a good 14 inches long, and the main part of it is like the size of bigger than my fist.
Wow.
Ooh, bitch.
listen.
also-
Anywhere I fucking go, I get a fucking. Oh, I'm getting the cummies thinking about it. Oh
Why do you
my
like
god.
this?
I love turkey legs from places. Disneyland has the third best I've ever had.
There's
But Bristolians, so good.
okay.
I'm sorry, I love turkey legs.
Ooh, I didn't know you liked them that much.
Turkey legs, turkey ass. Who was eating the turkey ass? Please tell me I'm not the only one who knows what that's from. I hate my fucking life. Because if I ever said that around my sister, we'd both start like be on the floor rolling and screaming. Because that Norbit was one of the funniest movies.
That's why. I never saw that. Oh, by the way, the picture you're looking at on the banner right there, that's the Queen.
Oh, I thought that was the tip titty lady.
No. Oh my God. So I actually got this bone pin because I say "ooh shiny" all the time. Thanks, Firefly. But
shiny.
I got a bone pin that said "ooh shiny," and the person that sold it to me, I guess, had a squeak toy hidden under her cleavage. So whenever people would tip her, she would just squeak it. And for some reason, it almost sent me to the ground laughing.
Oh, I want to do that.
Oh, Jesus.
But yeah, I'm doing the Dark Fairy costume for mine.
Are you going to watch?
I'm just going to do the tour. All right, so outfit tour that I don't have yet.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to be wearing a see-through black lace shirt with see-through black lace underwear that I really hope doesn't show my ass off because that's a lot of ass. And I'm going to be wearing what is that called? A cape, shawl cape thing. It's meant for like smaller Asian women, but I ain't that kind of girl. So I have it like it's like a poncho thing, yeah,
over your shoulders,
over my shoulders, and I'll be wearing a flower crown that's all black with golden spikes coming out of it.
Ooh.
Yes.
I have a staff that I don't know if I would bring because I'm planning on buying the one that I saw last year that has a whole ram's horn on top of it, and I want it. And what else am I wearing? Is that it? Oh, gold chain, face mask, gold.
Wait, like Billy Porter's concubines from the Met Gala?
Yes, very similar.
Oh,
I'll show you. And then gold sash, and I'm thinking about wings, but I'll figure that out later. Fairies don't always have to have wings. Thank you, Maleficent.
But yeah, there's all sorts of other stuff. There's blacksmith demonstrations.
Yeah, blacksmith's cool.
There's all sorts of swords and spears and stuff that you can get. You can try fencing. There's also the classic carnival game of, swing the hammer, hit the paddle, ring the bell.
Mm-hmm.
That I love doing
because
I get to be strong like a bull and lift many heavy things.
Okay, let's leave Silver Saplinova out of this.
Do you have a problem with Silver Saplinova?
I hate you so much.
But I actually there's kind of a competition thing that they do at the end of the day where you can potentially win a t-shirt that has the thing from it that says strong like bull.
I just feel like doing that because it's a prize. I don't know.
Oh, Jesus. But I really like going. I'm probably going to go multiple times this season. So if you see me, say hey. I'll probably be walking around with a Viking.
A real ass Viking.
Basically. Yeah, I'll have to show you the picture in a little bit, but yeah.
He's a real one. Ain't nothing to it.
Mm-hmm.
Viking. Is there anything else we want to talk about?
Oh yes, we've got a certain turtle that we want to talk about.
One more thing.
So, have you heard about him saying this though, Breshaun?
I heard a little about it. I think today maybe. He's in overall and just kind of.
Oh, let it out, Vesta. Bring it on. Bring it on.
You gotta tell them what they said.
All right. I'll even bring out my newscaster voice for this. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell on Tuesday confirmed that he is a descendant of slave owners and reiterated that he still opposes government reparations for descendants of American slaves.
Problem number one.
At a press conference following a closed-door luncheon with Senate Republicans, McConnell was asked whether he was aware that two of his great-great-grandfathers were slave owners in Alabama before the Civil War, and whether the revelation would cause him to reconsider his position on reparations. And then he had the Caucasian nerve to say,
Caucasity.
I find myself once again in the same position as President Barack Obama.
Barack.
We both oppose reparations and we both are the descendants of slave owners.
Problems number 2 and 3.
He said before moving on to another question. McConnell did not say whether he knew that his two great-great-grandfathers owned slaves prior to an NBC News report published Monday.
Problem number 4.
Yeah, granddaddy's had a bunch of slaves, bloody blah, bloody blah. Oh, and then it gets worse. I don't think reparations for something that happened 150 years ago, when none of us currently living are responsible, is a good idea. We've tried to deal with our original sin of slavery by fighting a civil war, by passing landmark civil rights legislation. We've elected an African American president.
There it is. Problem number 5.
Problems number 5 through 100,
how
bitch.
How dare you? First of all,
poke your head out of your shell to say that.
Because I didn't really need to keep in touch with what my problems were, because I done lost them all.
All right.
Start from the beginning.
So, let's see. He is a descendant of slave owners.
Problem number 1. You need to know that before you say any goddamn thing. Ever. Period. Question mark, ellipses. Exclamation point. Go on.
He still opposes reparations for descendants of American slaves.
You have no right to say nothing about that at all. Solely off of the fact that you are part of the bloodline of people that oppressed thousands of people, millions of people, murdered, raped, pillaged, plundered, yo-ho, parasite for me, hundreds of millions of people for how long? 150, 200 plus years?
It's technically still happening.
Yeah, it's still happening. Since y'all want to play that game too, you don't have a say in what you think works for us.
He already has.
Run me my goddamn check. Go on.
Oh, this one. I find myself once again in the same position as President Barack Obama.
Stop it. Barack Obama had his problems. He had a lot of problems. He did a lot of dumb shit. What?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Oh, he had a lot of shit going on with him. However, you sitting here trying to shit on a black man while being a shitty turtleneck ass bullying cube. Like, you took that opportunity to shit on a black man again. When you had already done that, you and your fellow turtlenecks have already done that his entire presidency and afterwards. Like, you were like, yeah, I own slaves, but Barack Obama also said, no. We ain't worried about him. He's got his lifelong fucking Secret Service agent.
I'm also very sure that he's wrong, seeing as how, if I remember correctly, isn't his mom an Irish immigrant? And therefore wouldn't have even been present for any of that? And his dad is a whole Somalian? Ugandan. Something African. I can't remember what, though.
And by technicality, if that's the truth, his mother, it comes from a bloodline of indentured servitude, which is not the same as slavery at me. So don't even come at me with that bullshit. So stop. Because no, he didn't have anything to do with that. Because if he did, he would probably, no, let me leave that alone.
Shall I continue?
Go on.
I don't think reparations for something that happened 150 years ago when none of us currently living are responsible is a good idea.
Okay, listen here. Mitch, Miss McConnell, you.
You big fat white.
I'm sick of old ass white men going, I don't think giving black people reparations for things we did to them and they still suffer from mentally, physically, and within their homes and communities to this very day is a good idea. No, they don't need to rebuild. They just need to get over it and move on. Oh, do we? Okay. But let me not go into the fact that Native American people who had this country first, need a lot more than, in my honest opinion, I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this, than black people honestly do. Because they were ripped and murdered and raped and also enslaved.
And all but eradicated.
And almost eradicated, except save for some poverty-ridden, alcoholic-ass reservations that y'all still make smaller and smaller as the decades go on. Let's start there with that one. But second, you don't have the authority to tell black people after they've been enslaved and fucked over by this country and still are to this day. You don't have the right to go, well, no, it's okay. Y'all are supportive of Holocaust reparations, though. Y'all are all about that. Let's talk about that one. Because they have their reparations. Oh, but we don't? Because our skin don't look like yours?
Go
on.
We've tried to deal with our original sin of slavery by fighting a civil war, by passing landmark civil rights legislation. We've elected an African-American president.
Bullshit. Don't ever use that again. When Jordan Peele threw that line of saying, I would elect President Obama for a third term if I could, that is the same energy you were saying, we've elected a black president. Racism don't exist no more. Bitch, out of 43 other ones and one nincompoop Cheeto Puff dusty ass motherfucker that we have in office right now.
It's the same thing with like Ariel being black. Like everyone's like, but you got a black princess. You got a
one
him from
who was
right,
a fraud
one.
for 3/4 of the goddamn movie.
It's outrageous.
You don't get to use that the fact that Barack Obama was president as the excuse for saying racism is over. Because on top of him being the only one ever in office as a person of color, let alone
and
a
then
black
him
man.
And his wife got harassed
Shit on
presidency.
for everything. They call Michelle a man because she's probably more man than any of y'all will ever be.
But because I fail to see where they even get.
She has strong arms.
So does Serena Williams, and she will break your bitch ass neck.
So would you if you jerked off with both hands, bitch. Fuck. Tan suit was like the biggest scandal for him. I never forget that. He wore a tan suit.
And Fox News had a fucking meltdown.
And they were like,
What? You can wear something other than gray, black, and blue?
How can this be?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I support everyone of color, especially if you're black, to do some genealogy research, while you can, because I have a lingering pessimistic theory in the back of my head that if this reparations thing came to pass, which it better, they're going to start being like, all right, well, we need proof of your genealogy to prove that you get any of this. Watch Ancestry.com disappear. Watch 23andMe become $200 more expensive. I guarantee you. They're going to limit as much of the history that you can find, because let's not talk about how black people weren't even kept on the census because they were considered property. Let's talk about that. They're going to start checking that, and they're going to make you look, and then it's going to be impossible for you to look, therefore they ain't got to pay you nothing. I've had the luxury of having a grandfather. I've had the privilege, a word that white people need to recognize. I've had the privilege of having a grandfather that has dug our genealogy up. And so I have lineage all the way back from the first shit that colonized Virginia for the white side, and the earliest possible documentation of a male slave on the census. I have that luxury. A lot of people in impoverished communities that don't have the means to access this because it was kept that way for a reason.
Redlining, gerrymandering, pricing people out of neighborhoods, gentrification.
And then making it seem like where you come from is not a big deal. That's a rhetoric they love to pass on. Because they're like, oh, the past is the past. No. At this point, if that happens, if reparations happen, the past is going to be the only thing that's going to get you anything to benefit from reparations. And that's not on that. I'm done.
You said basically everything I wanted to say.
Yeah, same.
I'm done. Because fuck you.
Yeah, when he dies, you are all invited to a party that I fully intend on throwing.
I'm gonna make some chicken.
Bitch, we will
with
have some
dirty rice.
We'll have some turtle soup.
Turtle soup. Make some gumbo.
Watch some Master of Disguise, just that one scene of, am I not turtly enough for the turtle club?
Am I turtly enough for the turtle club? Okay.
Have to wear green to walk in. Don't even get me started. I don't normally celebrate the deaths of people. Mitch McConnell is one of the few people that I will gladly dance and piss on his grave.
Trump, not Barack Obama. I almost said that. Trump, McConnell, Brock Turner.
Oh, yeah.
Who else? Who else do you want to celebrate the death of? Send us an email. Speaking of our email.
Oh, is it time?
Yeah, it's time.
Oh, it's time.
It's time.
Well then, allow me to.
It's time making Christmas. Da, da, da.
What the hell are you singing?
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, it's July.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh. Okay.
Bitch, uncultured swine. All right, go on.
Anyway. So that actually wraps up a very interesting episode of the Baldwin Kids. If you've got any questions, comments, great ideas, or just want to say hi, feel free to shoot us an email at askthebkcast@gmail.com. Or you can give us a like and a DM on our Facebook and Instagram pages. You can also get a hold of me on the Twitter. I am at the Iron Magnus. That's THEIRONMAGNUS.
I'm on Instagram as Vesta with 2 underscores or whatever. Love Notes.
Or whatever.
Love Notes album everywhere. Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon
Tidal.
Music, Tidal. I'm on Beyonce's streaming service. At me, because your fave can never. Anything else? I think that's it. Where else?
We have a whole entire guest, bitch.
Oh, yeah. Hello.
Hey there. Yeah, feel free to follow me on Twitter, Instagram at.
Hold on.
Bitch. Anyway,
So let's do that again.
Alrighty. Feel free to follow me on Twitter, Instagram at BizarreBSR. That's BIZARREBSR.
All right, let.
and keep your eyes to the skies and the sound waves and the internet for
Beyonce's internet. nonetheless.
exactly for the Eventide Effect. Damn it! Yeah. Okay. No, I got it right. You. I blame you.
I got what I need. Because he said he just. I'm done. I'm not high. I swear to God, I'm not.
You don't. What the?
High off life.
I'm high off life.
On that note, we are a TSRP Network podcast, and we will see y'all next time. Take your meds, drink some water, and do better.